Okay, you ready to try it now, Sam?
Yes, sir. How's it sounding now?
No, it's still the same.
And if I mute that, how does that sound?
Can you hear me now, Sam?
Yes, sir. Is that any better?
Yeah, I turned it way down.
Okay, good job.
No, it's still got the echo in.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get this thing to turn off. How about now? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm not sure what to do with it, Judge.
Well, I'll be talking to myself, I guess.
All right. It would take some additional troubleshooting that we don't have time for right now.
Just talk real slow.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. It's gonna be Tuesday, 22nd, 2020. It's about 11 minutes after 10. And we're gonna call the meeting to order. And, we do have a quorum here, acknowledging guests online or in the audience. The first one, we're gonna deliberate and consider action on the following items. And, first, we're gonna have the presentation from the annual financial report for the year ending December 31st, 2019. That's gonna be presented by Charles E. Reed and Associates.
Judge, can you hear me without an echo?
Yes, sir.
You can, sir. Okay. I'm going to try and share my screen with you. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. My name is Nelson Bertoglio. I am with Charles E. Reed and Associates, and I am the conductor of your audit. On behalf of Mr. Reed and I, we firmly thank you for your business. It was a pleasure working with you. We received full cooperation from your staff. We encountered no difficulties in completing our work. With that said, I'd like to make a comment on something similar to what I did today. We talked about the storm causing delayed presentation. Well, this year, I think, Newton County got 3 storms, and now we're told. So with the quarantine and people being sick on your part, and the same with our staff, we landed this morning, and we're proud to present the results. I'd like to call your attention to page 1. It is on our letterhead. It is approximately 8 pages active. And see what I'm highlighting in yellow. I'd like to read that paragraph. In our opinion, the financial statements referred to above present fairly in all material respects the respective financial position of several activities, each based on and the average remaining fund information of the county tax as of December 31st, 2019, and the respective changes in financial position and where applicable cash flows thereof, and the respective budgetary comparison for the general fund for the year then ended in accordance with accounting principles generally accepted in the United States of America. This opinion is what's known as an unqualified opinion of prior years and in current year, in layman's terms, clean. Moving on, I'd like
Yes, sir.
We're gonna mute you, and I'm gonna call your phone. We got bad feedback,
okay.
so we're gonna mute it on this end.
You want me to mute my end too?
Yes, sir.
Hi, this is Crystal Walking.
First, and the revenue. Now I'm getting a little feedback.
Yeah, we had to unmute because nobody could hear.
Okay. Well, you know what, we'll get through it.
Okay.
Well, I'm just pleased.
Yeah.
For the year, we ended up a difference in the exposition of a negative $649,000 remember I told you that the negative $163,000 is depreciation.
Right.
That shows they a strong financial position. Any better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Find the Bluetooth.
The
Okay.
next section is a balance sheet, is what we call the balance sheet of the governmental funds. In column 1, you will see your general fund. In the other columns here, the first 4 columns are what's known as major funds, and then your total non-major funds, or total governmental funds. And that number ties back to the fund balances of the executive division. The next page is a reconciliation between Exhibit A and Exhibit C. And then the next page is your revenue portion of
Turn that up.
Turn this up.
Yeah.
There's no volume on it. It's either off or on.
Hang on a second, Milton. Where? I lost you again.
Yeah, turn it.
$237,000 next year of budget for. That shows the management, if you paid attention to what you were doing. I used to kid about tripping the penny picture, but Judge Lee's right in there with me. The next section here are the section that's the position of your proprietary funds. The county has two business activities. One, your correctional facility is a fund whereby you have revenue and expenditures dealing with the Public Facility Corporation. The component unit of Public Facility Corporation, you'll see in the second column. It is my understanding that you are making some changes in current year, and there will be changes in that fund reflected in your next audit.
Yeah.
And the next page is your revenue and expenditures for those two funds. The county has various fiduciary fund-based funds whereby you are holding money for other folks. And you will see here those funds on page 27 of your list. The next section of the financial report is very folks to read and contain information on how the county operates, your accounting functions, how you deal with certain things. Again, the most important in this particular section of the report is the last note, is the COVID-19 note. We were very general. I did make several inquiries of your staff, heavily with Leah, in regards to how the county is dealing with any kind of hiccup in revenue stream, and it appears that the county is doing very well in this kind of handling. Your tax base is always most remarkable note there is no cases of COVID virus. The next section requires some information. Schedules dealing with your pension. You are in a strong position there. The next section is all of your non-governmental funds, and you'll see the debt totals kind of back to the statement we talked about earlier, and the constant non-governmental funds. And again, it's a balance sheet and income statement on all of those funds for the total. The next section of the report deals with the single. We still good?
Yeah, we're still good. Somebody left.
Deals with the single audit section. This is where we take a look at your grant, we test the transaction that you're in compliance. Each grant has some actions that the county is required to adhere to. We expressed an opinion, and again, we found no problems with the grant area. We were pleased because of the fact that the county is blessed with the number of grants you're getting, that you're taking some action to shore up your administration. Not to say it was bad to begin with, it's pretty daggone good, but the amount of money that's rolling through, again, the county is blessed. We found no findings. I would like to make one comment on the internal control structure. Being the fact that there was some remote working, there were people that were sick, there were people that were quarantined, working from home. In fact, you just had a couple of people that were sick working, but they were working from home. The amount of cooperation between your treasurer's department and your county auditor's department is outstanding. I mean, they have a good working relationship. Everything flows smoothly. We did test into internal controls. We increased the scope to make sure that those controls were working as designed, and we found no hiccups in the internal control structure. With that said, that concludes the presentation. If there are questions, I'd be glad to answer them. If you go home and look through this, if you have individual questions, you're welcome to call them.
Any questions? Any questions?
I don't have any.
Milton, they don't have any questions right now. Glad you're feeling better.
Well, thank you, Liz. I suppose you shared that information.
Yes.
The COVID.
Yes. He said,
I would have been with you in prior months, but things just didn't work out.
Okay, well, Sherry will be contacting you first part of the year to get the plan going for next year. And if we have any questions, we'll give you a call.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Well, I'm going to hang with you until you
Okay.
get the motion.
Oh, okay, that's right. We're gonna have a motion to accept, sorry.
So move. Second. Motion been made by Mr. Thompson and second by Mr. Fuller that we accept the presentation or financial report from the Reed and Associates. Any discussion? Not all in favor? 4-0.
Judge and Commissioners, again, thank you, and I hope to see you folks in person next year.
Yes, sir. Take care.
All right, I'm going to click out.
All right, thank you.
Am I muted or unmuted?
No, you're still on. What is HDM? Oh, you're good.
I'm
You
good?
should be fine, yes. Shannon, can you hear?
Yes, and I don't hear any feedback now.
I don't either, we don't hear it now, so something happened, and,
Who was that that dropped off?
I don't know.
Milton, and I think it was on his computer.
Oh,
It's on
okay,
his end.
okay,
Who was it?
Milton,
Oh, okay.
I was
Okay, we're
running
going-
out of options over here.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna move on, and we're gonna move, item number 6 up to number 2, and that's to accept the resignation of Otis Lane at Precinct 1 Constable.
Make a motion to accept that resignation.
I second. Motion been made by Mr. Fuller and seconded by Mr. Thompson that we accept the resignation of Otis Lane as, Constable Precinct 1 as, December the 31st at 12 o'clock. Any discussion? Not all in favor? 4. Okay, we're going to go to the number 3 item, which would be, number 2 item, would be approve the resolution of this Office of the Governor Homeland Security Grant for the year 2021. Ms. Liz?
This is a grant opportunity that has come up. I didn't bring my other email. Anyway, first step is we have to do a, resolution to approve this, and this is the one that we are going to work on, some cybersecurity, issues in our computer system, and the grant funded. I haven't got into all the particulars yet, but it's due February 11th.
It's February,
February
we have to have our grant proposal in.
Yes, we have to have our proposal in, and this is the first step on getting started with it. I think Shannon and Owen's already been working on getting some quotes, and we have to have quotes to get started. So we'll be working on that first part of January.
Okay, here a motion to approve that resolution?
Make the motion, we approve the resolution for the Office of Governor of State Homeland Security Program, 2021.
I second. Motion been made by Mr. White and seconded by Mr. Thompson that we approve the resolutions for the Office of Governor Homeland Security Grant for 2021. Any discussion?
What's the amount of that grant? The amount?
Remember the amount?
It has to be at least $2,500. This is coming through, desktop. I got a phone call last week from Mike Close, who is the Homeland Security Planner for desktop. And, our Homeland Security grants go through them, they're scored, and they get a certain amount of money. But what he said was, if they do not have cybersecurity, a grant application for cybersecurity, they can't get any of the other money. And so he asked us if we would do one. I talked with Shannon, and so, we're gonna try and do some equipment, if not equipment, but then some software. He said the audit that they did on the election part over there, they had several different times that they pointed out. So, anything we could get and all of this, Homeland Security is 100%. It doesn't. You can't go on there. But it has to be at least $2,500 for every week.
Any more discussion? Not all in favor? 4. Okay, item number 3, which is turned into number 4, is approved resolution for the Office of Governor State Homeland Security Program, and that's the LEPTPA project grant for 2021.
And this is, kind of on the same lines, but this is sheriff's, is for law enforcement. And it goes through DETCOG, and it's the minimum of $2,500 application. And like I said, it's the first step, and I'll be getting with the sheriff, the new sheriff, the first part of January to get some quotes on some equipment he might be needing for the sheriff's office.
This is also 100%?
Yes.
what this is, it's Law Enforcement Terrorism Prevention Act, and DETCOG gets Homeland Security money, but 25% of whatever they get has to be in a LEPTA grant, and so, that's easier part to do is the 25% to apply for that, but it has to be law enforcement.
Okay, hear a motion?
So moved.
A second.
Motion been made by Mr. Fuller and second by Mr. White that we approve the resolutions for the Office of Governor of State Homeland Security Program, SHSP and LEPTA project grant for 2021. Any discussion? Not all in favor? Number 5, which is number 4 on your list, is discuss and consider authorizing to advertise for rebid for appraisal services, CDBG contract 20-066-015-C108. This?
This is, one we brought to court last time, and this is for the Harvey buyout, and we just need authorization to rebid, because we had received just one, I think we received just one, submittal, and they want us to reach out further, so.
How many homes are left on that buyout?
I think there's, what, 50-something on this one, isn't it? I can't remember. But they start out with, just for instance, they start out with 100. You're lucky if you get half of them that don't have issues with title and all of that. We have, I'm doing a closeout on one right now that, we started out with 100 something, we're gonna end up with about 50 or 60 because of title issues that just can't be fixed.
Okay, hear a motion?
I make the motion that we, authorize the, advertisement for the rebid and the appraisal services for the, CDBG, contract for, 20-066, -015-C108.
I second. Motion been made by Mr. White and second by Mr. Thompson that we authorize to rebid the appraisal services CDBG 20-066-015-C108. Any discussion? Not all in favor? 4-0. Number 6 is, which is number 5 on your list, is to approve security camera quote from Guardian Security. Ms. Shannon?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Sorry I couldn't be there this morning. Just kind of getting over a little cold. I didn't want to bring that y'all way. So it's been, I've been asked several times in the past few weeks about security cameras, and when we're going to upgrade them. And a month ago or so, we had that demonstration put on by Guardian. So I wanted to bring that up again and just see, if it's going to be put to the side again, or if we want to maybe approve it, because they're going to be several weeks out. The company said as far as scheduling, if we do want to do it. One of the concerns is at Mr. Bill Fuller and Danny Benson's barn down there. They need some cameras to, somewhat protect from theft over there at the county barn. So that's one of our new quotes that we got in to check on that. I'll go over all of the quotes quick if you want, and we'll just knock them out one by one, or...
Yes, and let's start with precinct 1.
Okay, let me scroll down to that one. Let's see. Let me, find the folder and just open them one by one, maybe. Can we, I mean, if we could, can we start at just the top of the list, on it, if you don't mind? Cause it's gonna be hard finding them individually like that. The first one would start out with the tax office.
Okay?
All right, that'll be, thank you. All right, so, the first quote is, to replace the inoperable analog camera system with the new digital watchdog IP surveillance system, at the tax office and clerk office. So it would be put in Miss Melissa Burke's, office, and then wires would be ran over to the, county clerk office. They both, in a sense, would be separate, be one system, but they would be able to monitor separately in each office, with the advanced software that they have on it. Also to mention that, you know, the cameras can be, set up on phones as well, or iPads. So they would run new wiring and cable over to, the offices. A total of 6 cameras would be put in place. That total with the software is going to be $9,208.90.
Okay?
All right. Do we want to just go to the next one?
Yeah, so we can see a total here, so we can maybe
Okay.
approve some of them, or maybe all of them.
Okay. All right. The next one up is to replace the outdated existing camera system in the Newton County Courthouse. There'll be a new switch and monitor installed in the basement. They're going to put in a 16-port PoE switch, which will go out to each camera. The camera network will be created to free up bandwidth on the customer's existing network. There's a total of 8 existing IP cameras, analog cameras, that will be replaced with the high definition cameras that y'all see. There's going to be 5 new cameras set up, 3 exterior and 2 interior. Those will be extras to what we have now. Going down to the total for that is $17,513. And in the quote, there's also a diagram, a courthouse diagram of where each camera would be located. Map. The next one is going to be, this is going to be installing a wireless panic system. And we gave them all the names of where they're currently located at, and so it would be replacing those with the new software and advanced system there. So that total is going to be $20,380 for panic system. And like you showed in the demonstration, you'd also be able to get alerts on sheriff department radios as well, if the panic button is pushed. Let's see here. The next one is for Deweyville, to replace the existing Hikvision video surveillance system, which it was brought up in the demonstration that the Hikvision system is basically banned by the U.S. Because of where it was manufactured and the software. I think it's somewhere, maybe Korea or something like that. Don't quote me, but so it would be replacing that system, and I do believe installing an additional 2 cameras inside of the entranceway of the Deweyville Sub Courthouse. The total for that one comes out to $11,918.60.
Does that include anything at Mr. Gene's barn?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Sorry. Let me scroll back up. I'll see if they have it in the description. I believe there's currently 2 cameras at the barn, and it would be replacing those.
Okay.
Yeah, it does say that.
That'd be a total of 4 new cameras, correct?
So there's 4 cameras at the courthouse, 2 cameras at the barn, and then it says 5 new additional cameras will provide coverage of areas of concern by Mr. Thompson. So that's going to be a total of 11 cameras, if I'm not mistaken. I can go down to yeah, 4 exterior turret cameras, 2 turret cameras, that's at the barn, and then additional new cameras, 5. That'd be a total of 11 cameras for the sub courthouse and barn. And I gave you that total, right? 11, 9, 18?
Yeah.
Okay. And again, there's a map, you know, that includes the locations. The next one is for the jail and sheriff department. Replace the analog GeoVision camera system. So that one just entails a lot more work because there's over 30 cameras and all the wiring's going to have to be replaced and the system and all that. Let's see. I'll read the. So a new cube, NVR, the PoE switch, backup battery is going to be installed in dispatch. 2 existing monitors and wall mounts will be relocated. So that dispatch did talk to them about moving their TVs where they, or monitors where they can see them without turning around. So it'd be more visual for them. Let's see. Replace all existing interior and exterior cameras. There's 8 exterior turret cameras, 23 interior turret cameras in the jail and so forth, and then there'll be 1 omnidirectional microphone with a 12-volt transformer. That one comes out to $32,255. And the next quote is for the access control. You know, we just wanted to get a quote on that and see how much it would cost, and that would be for the courthouse on 3 exterior entrances. So they would put in an access control server, software, and I'm sure, you know, running, well, it says it's a wireless solution, but they would have to replace doorknob handles and so forth. There's a lot of detail into that stuff, but the amount comes out to $25,817. I have it tallied. Oh, we have one more. This is the Precinct 1 barn. So they would install the new surveillance system, and the switch and NVR will be installed at the desk in the front office. It says customer will provide display or monitor for managing the camera system. Not sure, but we could definitely do that. It's just basically a computer monitor. So there would be 4 new exterior cameras put in, additional wiring that would be ran with it, and total for that being $6,794.90. And I totaled them up for you quick. Yeah. So for all the cameras, that's tax office, courthouse, Deweyville, the jail, and precinct 1 Bourne, it would come out to $77,690.40. The additional for the panic system and the access control would be $46,197.53. Total of everything, panic system, access control, all cameras, $123,887.93.
Where we gonna get that money, Liz? Do you have any idea?
Is that something that could be maybe going into election security, at least for the tax office? Might help.
Some of this, some of these grants, it's not.
Is there gonna be a monthly fee for all this, or is this, who's gonna handle the maintenance and all that?
Mr. Fuller was asking, is this gonna be a maintenance or any kind of monthly fee on this?
Monthly, annually?
Let me look back through the documentation. I'm pretty sure that you would have an annual subscription on software, and that would be all. Now, I read in here somewhere that they now offer, maintenance agreements, but currently the quotes isn't including a maintenance agreement on your camera systems. I'll run through it quick and see. It doesn't say in the quote how long the license is for. Now, I've been texting with him to see if he'd be available for questions. Would you like me to call him?
I'll be interested in that.
Okay.
I think, Shannon, I think we need to have a workshop with the commissioners again, so everybody will fully understand this amount of money. I just not comfortable okaying it today.
Yes,
Well, we
sir.
don't even know what the total money's gonna be. I mean, that's just installed. That's what killed me on the system I had. Every time they came up, it was like calling the candy, because, look at $1,000.
I'm hearing both sides.
But I'm saying is, we don't know what the total thing's gonna be. But the maintenance, when I called them on that system I had, you're looking at anywhere $700 to $1,000 every time they came up.
Oh.
If we table it for a workshop, that'll give me time to see what grants they're going to choose.
Yeah, I think that'd be the best.
Yeah, I think.
That's kind of fee, because if something breaks, we don't have to build it, we don't have to pay thousands of dollars to come look at it.
Yeah, even with a grant financing it, or putting a bill on it, you're looking at annual fee and repairs and all.
You gotta have that too.
Yeah.
The grant doesn't pay for that.
I recommend let's table it, and then, have a workshop and give Leah's time enough to see where we can get some extra money and that kind of stuff.
I second that motion.
Okay.
But one other question, can this be done in sections? The precinct 1 barn and maybe one other location like tax office?
Yes, sir. That's why we got individual quotes on each office.
Yeah, that's important for the maintenance service fee, monthly and annually.
Yeah. So I'll make a motion, we table it and you second it?
Yes.
Any more discussion on it? Not, all in favor? Or Shannon, we table that. We will be having a workshop here, right after the first of the year, and we will make a decision on this and move forward with it.
Thank you.
All right. Now we're gonna move down to item number 7, which is correct. As discussed, it's appropriate to appoint, Constable Precinct 1 possible candidates who expressed interest in the position is Todd Y. Barbo and Colton Havard. And that'll be, taking in, the place of Otis Lane, at which we just accepted his resignation. And, we go into effect January the 1st.
Judge, since that's in precinct 1, I spoke with the commissioner-elect. I think he should have a lot to say about who this constable is. And, he suggested Todd Y. Barbo. With that being said, I'll make that motion.
Who expressed that?
Commissioner, Benton's time as commissioner-elect.
Commissioner-elect.
Well, I've had both of them contact my office, and, I see Mr. Y. Barbo has got a full-time job at some chemical plant down in Beaumont. Colton, is a officer down in Orange County, and he expressed that he works a lot of overtime or comp time, and he has a lot of time off, and he could actually serve in that position, actually where he needed. So.
From what I know about both of them, or what I've been told about them, and I don't know either one of them, but Colton, however, would, be more suitable for the job myself. That's,
I don't know either one of them.
Mr. Benson does know.
yeah, whoever we choose, or if we choose, the salary will go back to
Yes.
regular salary. It won't be, it won't be the salary that we pay a notice.
I told Mr. Havard that yesterday, I believe it was, and he had no problem with it. I've not spoken to Todd Y. Barbo, like I said, I was going on the recommendation of the incoming commissioner.
Well, we spoke with both of them, and both of them qualified. It's just that Mr. Havard had a lot more time to serve the papers and do the work. Todd, I guess, I don't know whether he works shift work, but I do know he has a full-time job.
No idea.
So,
I'm not gonna get upset over either one of them.
Okay.
I'm just, since it was precinct 1, I felt like the commissioner, incoming commissioner, should have some input as who's appointed.
all right. Got a motion?
We don't know whether he's working, 5 days a week, or what kind of, schedule he have, the full-time employee, full-time?
Full-time, but I don't know whether it works.
He works shift work,
Shift work? Okay.
so many on, so many off.
But it is left up to the court, whatever y'all decide.
Well, we got 2 candidates, so.
Okay, here, no second, didn't it?
Died from lack of
Dies.
second, that's,
Dies without a second.
Okay, you made the motion then.
Can there be another motion made for this second, candidate?
yes, sir.
Huh? Well, I'll make a motion for, that we approve, Colton Havard as the new constable.
Fella, this shouldn't be that damn hard.
Like I said, I don't know, they get neither one,
Well,
so I,
that,
you know.
I'm like you, I don't know either one of them, but from what I've heard about it
Yeah,
and the
pretty
job
bad.
positions that both of them hold, that Colton would probably fit the job better.
I second that. Motion been made by Mr. Thompson that we appoint, Colton Havard, as a new constable, precinct 1, starting January 1st. Any discussion? Not all in favor? 4-0. Number 8, discuss and appropriate approve $2,957.60 tax refund to the taxpayer on property ID number 62499. Ms. Melissa?
Yes, sir. Okay, Kendrick and Lindsay Caswell sold their property to Chris Buonatello. So at closing, Capital Title paid those taxes. It was on the settlement statement, it was taken out of their proceeds. The day before, Wells Fargo, their mortgage company, cut a check out of their escrow for those taxes. So when we received the check from Wells Fargo, it was processed. Then we received from Capital Title, and that was processed, and this generated a refund. This refund of $2,957.60. So Kendrick and Lindsay Caswell have paid twice because that escrow money was theirs. Whatever is left in escrow after you sell a home from your mortgage company, they send it to you. It's on Sandy Oaks, Lot 13. So I'm asking the court to approve this. Sherry Moore, the auditor, has looked at it. She signed off on another, application. I will have her sign off on these, but it's for the same amount of money. But she is in agreement. I'm asking the court to approve this refund to Kendrick and Lindsay Caswell, because the money in that escrow was theirs.
So it was duplicate payment.
It's a duplicate payment.
And somebody, and we're gonna pay it back to Mr. and Ms. Caswell.
Right.
Okay.
And I gave y'all a copy of the, property tax code where it shows.
I make a motion that we refund them their money.
Second. Motion been made by Mr. Thompson, second.
I have one question. If that money is, you're talking about that money's in escrow,
Yes, sir. The money was in the Caswell escrow.
so the money they paid us over, how did it end up in escrow?
Okay, Wells Fargo was the Caswell lien holder.
Okay.
And they paid into escrow to Wells Fargo.
Okay.
The Caswell sold.
Okay.
It was just right there in that catch-22.
And they do, as a lien holder, they, in the escrow, you pay into the escrow not knowing exactly how much the taxes is gonna be, but they wanna make sure there's enough money there to pay the taxes, so evidently, they sold the land before tax statement came out, or before the review?
No, they sold it after the tax statement came out. That's why Capital Title they paid it, the very next day, Wells Fargo's check came. So they have extra, there's always a cushion in your escrow. So the Caswells more than likely will receive a check from Wells Fargo, but this money is theirs. Because selling, when they sold, Capital Title helped those taxes out. Because when they asked us for a tax certificate, the taxes weren't paid.
Yeah.
So they didn't, you know, that, long story short, that's the Caswell's money. Did y'all have any other questions?
No.
Okay, motion's been made by Mr. Thompson, second by Mr. White, that we refund the $2,957.60 back to the Mr. and Ms. Coswell, the property number 62499. Any discussion? Not all in favor? 4-0. Okay, number 9 is discuss and appropriate approve $807.34 refund on property, taxpayer property number 51231.
Okay, Bowles Enterprises, which owns propane fuel, pays the school taxes to the county. They paid our taxes and school taxes. There's a receipt where they, showing the school taxes that were paid, and the balance was what was owed to Newton ISD.
So this money goes to ISD?
No, it goes back to Bowles Enterprises, Inc.
Oh, but.
So what is the difference from the 1847 to the 807? I realize that it say amount paid was 1847.17.
Right.
Amount actually be refunded, what court?
That's for the overpayment of the taxes at the tax office. The taxes due for the tax office they owed 17 and 19. So by, property tax law, if they have any delinquent taxes and they pay, then we're to collect those. If they have any taxes, if they had taxes on another account, we would have crossed it, and posted it to that account. What they owed Newton County was $1,039.83. And this 807.34 is the difference.
So why did they pay the 1847?
They paid, one of their school tax accounts
To the county?
to the county. And it happens all the time.
Okay.
Is there something we could put in place to avoid that?
Sir,
I mean, is there something we could put in place to avoid that?
I wish there were.
Statement should say, county or.
It does.
It does, but,
It's human error.
when they do it at their office, write out the check and send it to Miss Melissa, she has to account for the overpayment.
Right.
So she looks and says, well, that actually goes to the school, it just got lumped into the county, is that right?
Yes, sir.
If they had come to your office, it would have been identified there.
It would have been identified.
Oh, okay, then.
But this was a mail-in
Oh,
payment,
okay.
and it happens on the other
That explains.
side, you know,
Yeah, my mother would do that.
they pay the school county tax. And for our
Pay
county,
your taxes?
we have to,
Hmm?
Your mother would pay your taxes?
No, she paid her county and her school taxes with one check. I know that.
We should get her to say it, huh?
All right. Hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion been made by Mr. Fuller and Mr. Thompson that we refund $807.34 to property ID 51231. Any discussion? Not all in favor? 4. Number 10, approved contract for additional DMV terminal in the tax collector's office. What's that, Mr. Miller?
This was discussed in, at budget time, and it was taken, I showed y'all a way that it could work in my budget. I did not increase my budget a penny for it. And what it will do is, we don't only process DMV, but we also Parks and Wildlife. And so, that will give 3 stations. So if say Brenda and Sherry are processing vote and motor transactions, there's another station, and people won't be waiting on their renewals. They can go to that 3rd station and have their renewal or their placard or whatever, instead of having to wait.
We're not creating a 3rd station,
We are creating a 3rd station.
Oh, we're creating one.
And it's $361.
Are we creating another employee?
No, sir. No, sir. Cross-training. I have employees,
So,
they know how to do,
So you're,
just like Randy and Dawn at Deweyville, they process motor vehicle and taxes. That's what I have ladies that process motor vehicle and taxes.
you're not creating another station, you're just creating, additional.
another service,
It's gonna be a terminal that comes in, and they call it a station. It's just a
Is
place.
it already there?
No, sir. It's leased at $361 per year. But I did not increase my budget. I found it in my budget. It will be, I believe we will end up saving money.
Now you done got me
yeah, I'm
totally confused now.
All they've got's another computer, where one lady jump up her desk and run to this other place and do it, and then go back up there.
Terminal. It's only a computer. It's just a computer.
we're gonna purchase another computer?
No, sir, we're gonna lease you don't purchase DMV.
Oh,
They allow you so many per office
They
at
don't-
no charge. But then you have the opportunity, at one time it was several $1,000s per year. Now it's $361 per year. But what you're doing is you're getting more bang for your buck, because you've got people that can do dual roles.
we get a certain amount for every one that we process, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But it'll be at, where Victoria will be sitting, and it'll be, if,
Is she already sitting there? Is she already sitting there?
now, she and another lady are gonna swap places.
Yeah, but we're not gonna cut the glass you just put in there.
No, sir, we're not doing anything.
Then we're not creating another station then.
Well, what I
We're
call.
creating another position for them to step up to this window.
See, it says workstation, it says RTS workstation. That's what they call, DMV calls a workstation.
Okay.
They furnish a computer, we
Yes,
rent
sir,
it
they
from,
furnish everything, paper, everything.
we
cartridges.
rent it from them.
We leased it,
Yeah,
$361 a year.
lease.
Okay.
And they pay us for every one we process, and return.
Yes, sir.
You spend more than that on the water.
Okay.
Absolutely, you're right.
Okay, hear a motion?
I make a motion, we, approve the, contract for the additional DMV terminal, tax collector's office.
Second.
Okay, motion been made and seconded that, we'll approve the contract for additional DMV terminal for the tax assessor and collector office. Any discussion? Not all in favor? 4. Number 11, to accept, tax assessment collector, Miss Melissa Birch, continuing education, transcript for the fiscal year 2020.
Thought you failed that class.
This is my maintenance, to stay in office, you have to complete a minimum of 20 hours. I have 7.5 hours that will carry over to next year.
Okay. I hear a motion.
So moved.
Motion been made by Mr. White and second, motion been made by Mr. Thompson, second by Mr. White, that we accept the, tax assessment collector Melissa Birch continuous education transcript for fiscal year 2020. Any discussion? Not all in favor? We'll hear a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion been made and second. Adjourn is the 11:15.